Hi, it's Kelly Azevedo from She'sGotSystems.com, and this is an Infusionsoft campaign video for an internal campaign on training your team. And so for this example, we chose training a team member on customer service, but you can do this around any facet of your business. And Infusionsoft can enable you to not only give your team members information, but test them for their retention. So this campaign, like many others, starts with the goal, and this is applying the tag that they're a new team member on the customer service team. Now, keep in mind as I go through this, you can also do this as a test for applicants going out for a position to find out what they really know. But for this, we're going to assume that it is actually your own process, your own way of managing customer service, and therefore it is team member only. So after we give them the tag, they go into a training sequence. And so this is a training sequence that requires them to get several emails that have actions within the email. So this email would have a brief description of what they're going to be doing, and then the instructions to watch a video. Now, videos cannot be embedded in emails, not in Infusionsoft or any other format, but it could link to a video, either on a customer service team member like internal page, on YouTube, a private video, anywhere basically you have your videos hosted. And if those are private videos for your team, you would also want to include passwords and how to access them. One day later, or however you want to set your timer, there'd be another email that goes out. This one might have something like our customer service team rules and policies, just general things that we want to make sure you know. And then one day after that, there's a second video, and then a link to take the test. So at this point, as you can see, it's been a few days. And the link in that third email goes to this form. And this is the test that everyone in the team needs to take after they complete training part 1. So I've created a very simple test. And these can be as detailed or as simple as you like. You can have multiple answers. You can have lots of tags and results from this test. So this one is simply, what is your name, what is your email, and what is our policy on refunds? Is it only within the first 30 days? Never? Or it depends on the client and the contract. After they choose their option, and you can set this so there's no default option chosen, and they hit submit, they'll go to a thank you page. This thank you page can also be a URL, but just says thanks for completing the training. Check your emails for the next training session. Once they've completed the test, we hit a decision diamond. Now we don't want to pass someone to the next part of the test if they've failed part 1. So this decision diamond asks, how did they do on part 1? If they passed CS training 1, they go to part 2. If they failed CS training 1, they go to the failure sequence. So let's look at the failure sequence because I've kept that one pretty simple. Basically, it creates a task for whoever's managing your customer service team to look at the results and to make some decisions. Now, somebody's absolutely bombed it. They've done no effort whatsoever. That may be a good time to step in and reassign the employee or figure out what's going on. Now, you can also send an email to the person and say, hey, you didn't do so hot. We're going to let you retest. Here's how that works. But let's assume that you actually have great people in these roles and they've aced the training. Then they go to training part 2. And again, it's very, very similar. They get videos, they get systems. These can be files that are attached or external links. And then they get a link to take the next test. Now I say this is the final test, but you can make these sequences as long as you choose. When they go to test 2, I want to show you a really unique feature of Infusionsoft that'll help you automate. Obviously, again, we have first name and email, and then the question, should you curse at our clients? Yes or no? But when you look, whichever one they choose will apply a tag. So if they say yes, we should curse at our clients, we apply that they have failed CS test number 2. However, if they say no, you probably shouldn't curse at clients, then we get the passed CS test number 2 tag. And it's based on that tag that they move forward. So here on the thank you page, again, we have simply thank you for completing the training, and we'll be in touch about your results. But because Infusionsoft here, this can be a hosted page in Infusionsoft, you can add a YouTube video of you thanking them. You can add a file of what they should be doing next. You can add anything you want to this page, and it's all hosted through Infusionsoft, so you don't have to code this anywhere else. If we go back to the campaign, after they finished test number 2, we hit another decision diamond. This is very similar. Did they pass or did they fail? If they failed the training, this is where we can add another task or an assignment for someone on your team to reach out and make some decisions about what you're going to do with this team member. Again, this isn't meant for in-depth training necessarily, like skills training. It could be, but that really depends on what you're trying to teach. In this example, it's mostly that they understand the policies of your company and that they have a basic understanding before you let them loose doing the work. It also means that once you get this set up, you don't have to spend time training one-on-one, or your team doesn't have to train. If you can take them through this process, again, you can shorten the timers so it's not a day between, but maybe they just get one email, and as soon as they complete the first test, they move on. If you can create this for your team in different areas, then you don't have to invest time in training unless they failed the training or there becomes a problem down the line. Up here, if they've passed their training, then you can decide what happens next. Maybe there's a delay timer, maybe you want to send them a voicemail that has a congratulations in it. Maybe you just want to create a task to reach out to them and get them on the schedule. Now, this is great when you have lots of employees or seasonal employees that you need to bring on and train quickly, but it's also very, very beneficial to businesses who spend a lot of time training their team, bringing people up to speed on different things that they do. The next time you're doing that with a team member, go ahead and plan one of these training campaigns where you can take everything that you know and put it into a campaign, test them on some key concepts or actions, and then automatically move them through until they're ready to take on the work themselves. So these training campaigns, these internal campaigns are amazing. They're a great way to automate your team through Infusionsoft and to make sure you have uniform training across several team members or geographically. If you want to know how you can do more with Infusionsoft or other campaigns like this you can create, or you'd like us to help you create one specifically for your business, just reach out to us at shesgotsystems.com and we'll be glad to help you out.